following is a presentation of the Ridgeline Riverhawks on 104.5 The Ranch and CacheValleyDaily.com. This broadcast of Ridgeline and Region 11 Sports is brought to you by the Cache Valley Media Group, Adams Wealth Advisors, Great Basin Graphics, McDonald's, Old Grist Mill, Logo Shop, and CacheValleyDaily.com. Now, it's time for the Ridgeline Riverhawks on 104.5 The Ranch.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Rio Tinto Stadium in Sandy, Utah. Today is the day. It's championship final for the Ridgeline Riverhawks. They're facing the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs out of St. George, Utah. It's going to be a good one here in the 4A State Championship. I'm Jake Ellis, joining you live on 104.5 The Ranch and streaming on CacheValleyDaily.com. Let's go ahead and go through what these teams have gone through to get to this game. So yesterday in the semifinals, both teams played a semifinal. Crimson Cliffs had the earlier one. They took on Desert Hills. That game went 110, so regulation plus extra time, scoreless. Then they went to a shootout for the final, and Crimson Cliffs advanced 4-3 after Desert Hills hit the crossbar twice on back-to-back shots. For the Riverhawks, they had the second game, and they took on the Dixie Flyers. And in that one, the Riverhawks just ran away with the game. The score ended 4-1. There's 2 goals in the first half for the Riverhawks that really cemented the lead. And then coming out of the gate in the second half, they got that third goal, and it was just about over from there. But it's going to be a good one. Let's go ahead and go over the starting lineup for your Ridgeline Riverhawks. In goal, of course, it's Garvert. Then defense, Flygare, Hickman, Vasquez. In midfield, Salome. Back to defense, it's Olsen and Everton. And Finley. Then we got Turner and then Jenkins and Workman up front. So same starting 11 as they had yesterday. And, of course, we'll get the Crimson Cliffs roster as soon as we can get that available. But this is really going to be a defensive matchup here. Like we said, Crimson Cliffs, they just couldn't score in regulation. That was their main problem, but they had no problem taking care of the Thunder through regulation, keeping them out of the net. So a really good goalkeeper in McDonald there for the Mustangs. Let's go ahead and do the Logo Shop uniform check. Ridgeline in their away white jerseys. Again, the keeper in a highlighter yellow. And for the designated home team, the number 1 seed in the RPI rankings, the Crimson Cliff Mustangs, they're in red pinstripes and their goalie in navy blue. Referees in a nice light blue, contrasting, different enough that we shouldn't see any confusion. When it's time to make your team look good, call the Logo Shop on the field or in the workplace. Since 1990, they've been your source for customized logoed items for businesses, teams, and booster clubs. Just seconds away from kickoff, teams huddling at midfield. It's a beautiful stadium out here in Sandy. It's always a monumentous day when you get here, and Ridgeline knows the feeling, of course. They won the 4A state title last year, so trying to defend that title right now. Crimson Cliffs met Ridgeline last year, actually, in the playoffs, if you recall. That game through regulation and extra time was tied at 1-1, so they went to a shootout, and Ridgeline advanced 4-3. Garvert made 2 saves during that shootout. And he's a 4-year starter. He's really led this team, and looking for a solid performance from him again. Like I mentioned, I think this is going to be a defensive matchup just based on what the defense I saw from Crimson Cliffs yesterday. And, of course, Ridgeline always solid, especially when Garvert's in net. Teams breaking their huddles now and spreading out across the field. It's one of the larger fields they've played on here at Rio Tinto Stadium, the home stadium for Real Salt Lake in Major League Soccer. Doesn't get any better than this in Utah, at least. 40 minutes on the clock. The referee setting his watch. And we're underway. Crimson Cliffs kicks. They'll be heading from south to north or right to left. Ridgeline north to south, left to right. That ball sent out near midfield. It's going to go for a Ridgeline throw-in. Turner will chase it down. Throwing is high, it goes over 2, and Workman heads it over. Jenkins on the chase. Steals it away from the defender. Trying to turn around him and get a cross off. He gets the cross off, but it's headed out of the box. And cleared nearly out of play, but it's saved. Now the referee signals it actually went out. So a throw in for Ridgeline in the attacking third on the near sideline. Turner again will throw it. Waiting for his teammates to find some space. Throws it over a couple. And it's won by the Mustangs. They'll send it out to the far side. Taken back by Flygare. Centered it to the middle to Jenkins. Back out left. It's Vasquez. Crossing for Workman. It's behind him, though. Workman comes back for it. He has 2 Mustangs on him. And they'll take the ball away. No shots just yet for Ridgeline, but a couple promising crosses. As Jenkins chases after a ball, but the Mustangs able to deal with him. Still haven't gotten a clear out. It's still in the attacking third, and they'll lose it out of play. Ridgeline throwing. Turner will throw it again. It's a long throw nearly into the box. Taken out of the air by the Mustangs. And now they're launching an attack. A give and go on the near sideline. They're at midfield now. A big cross switching the field. Flygare wins it out of the air and gets it up to Hickman. Ridgeline with the ball now past midfield again. Passing it down to Vasquez. Trying to give and go, but it's intercepted. Vasquez takes it right back, but can't maintain possession as the center back comes up and clears. Now Salome for Ridgeline. Pass a little too in front of Workman, and it's intercepted. No worries as Ridgeline intercepts again, and Salome has it. Back out to Vasquez. He's pressured by 2. He'll drop it back to Flygare. Flygare up to Hickman. Hickman with some time will pass out to Turner, switching the field to the near sideline. Up to Workman. Workman scored in yesterday's contest. Gets past one defender, but it goes out of play. Last touch by a Mustang. Ridgeline throwing. 3 minutes in, still scoreless. Correction, as a Crimson Cliffs throwing. Taken away by Ridgeline. Here's Salome, pressured by 2, gets past him, and is fouled. Foul against Hines. Referee gives him a bit of caution. No cards, but just a reminder. Obviously don't want any discipline issues on final. Jenkins standing back. He'll take the free kick. About 40 yards out or so. Luke Fairbanks is going to check into the game for the Mustangs. Jenkins sends that into the box towards the far post. Headed out of the air by the Mustangs. Still not out of the box. Now they clear. Turner finds it. Trying to find Jenkins. It's intercepted. They're trying to launch a counterattack, but Ridgeline's there. Everton, the one taking it away, but he loses it on the dribble. Crimson Cliffs with the ball near midfield. Passing it out to the left side. It's Woolley. Intercepted by Workman, who had retreated back for some pressure, and he'll clear. Now it's Enfield for the Mustangs. Trying to find McKittrick, but they'll lose it. And cleared out of the area by Salome. Here's Squires. Has some time. Gets it up to McKittrick, but Everton's there to steal it away. It's sent out of play by the Mustangs, and a throw in for Ridgeline on the near sideline. Thrown in quickly up to Jenkins. Now they'll switch the field over towards Vasquez and Flygare. Flygare heads it forward, and it's intercepted by Johnson. Goes out of play. It'll be a Ridgeline throw-in. Just past midfield, and they're attacking third. They'll throw it behind to Finley. Finley switching it over to Everton, standing right above the box. Everton with lots of space, no pressure yet for the Mustangs. He'll send it up to Salome. Salome has 2 Mustangs on him. He'll switch the field over towards Vasquez and Flygare in between them. Johnson sends it out of play. Throw in for Ridgeline. Flygare comes up to take it. While the stop and play as the Riverhawk ties his shoes. Adams Wealth Advisors wants to understand your family, job, hobbies, and goals to earn your long-term financial trust. Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com to schedule time with an advisor today. Throwing up to Vasquez, and Mustang's able to clear it, but not out of danger just yet as Flygare has it. Fires one from deep, and it's saved by McDonald. He'll punt deep downfield, past midfield, up to McKittrick. It's over to Squires now. Squires sending a through ball, but Garvert's there to scoop it up. He'll adjust his shin guards, bouncing the ball, and a punt. Trying to find Salome, but it's won by the Mustangs. Hickman takes it back, looking for Workman on a through ball to the right side. Sent out of play for a Ridgeline throw-in. Delahunty, the last one to touch it. Turner to throw it in. Towards Workman. Tries to kick it over his defender, but it's cleared. We'll have another Riverhawk throw-in. Turner. Over Jenkins and over a couple of Mustangs that goes out. Last touch by Crimson Cliffs. It's a Ridgeline corner, the first one of the match. It's the 8th minute now, still scoreless. Just one shot on goal so far for Ridgeline. No shots on goal for Crimson Cliffs, though. They'll take it short. It's to Jenkins, back to Vasquez. Vasquez shoots. It's blocked off target. And we'll do the corner again. Lots of power behind that one for Vasquez. It's a nice block from Enfield. Jenkins lining up to take it again. Rather, Vasquez. He sends it in. Deflected out. We'll try the corner again. Pressure mounting here. Ridgeline's had the ball in their third for a few minutes. Vasquez again. Jenkins standing at the touchline. Vasquez sends it to the far post. In the air, it comes down between a clatter and will go out for a corner. They'll switch it to the far sideline this time. That means Flygare will take it. Short corner to Jenkins. Back to Flygare. Flygare crossing it and cleared by the Mustangs. It's up to Finley. He'll send it up to Workman. Workman loses his footing, and the Mustangs have it. Launching a counterattack. Squires in the middle. Out to McKittrick. But Everton's in there in time. He'll take it away and clear. Not out of danger. There was a Mustang. Here's Vasquez coming back to add some pressure. And the ball drops back to Finley. Out to Flygare on the far left side. He'll clear. Up to Vasquez. Jenkins trying to do a give and go. See if Vasquez has the speed. The defender will beat him there. Johnson. And Ridgeline commits a foul there. So they brought down Bundy. Or Delahunty, rather. Mustangs take it quick. It's out to Enfield. He's at midfield. Up to Hines. Taken away by Salome. Squires has it back. To McKittrick. Stolen. Flygare, I believe, the culprit there. Vasquez has it on the far sideline, but it's taken away by the Mustangs. They try to send a through ball. Finley will shepherd that ball out for a goal kick. And we'll see Ridgeline's first substitution of the day. They're going to bring in Hayter. Correction, Howder. The goal kick by Garvert up to Salome. Salome with a nice spin, gets past two, sends the through ball to Workman. It's a bit in front of him, and McDonald's able to scoop it up. Scoreless here in the 11th minute of play. Punt gets past midfield to Turner, and he'll play it out of bounds for a throw-in. Enfield will come up to take it. Thrown into McKittrick. Turner's there pressuring. And he'll send it out of bounds. Another Crimson Cliffs throw-in. Woolley into McKittrick. Back to Woolley. He's on the near touchline. Pressured by Everton. Well, a nice touch around Everton, but Everton recovers, stays in front. Trying to prevent a cross. Woolley will sneak it through. Finds Squires, out to McKittrick. Fires a shot, it's blocked. Finds the feet of a Mustang, though. Here's Enfield. Sending the cross in towards the far post. Misses everyone, and Flagger there to recover. He'll pass up to Vasquez, who will clear it past midfield and allow Ridgeline to reset. There's a nice steal, though, by Hickman. The counter may be on. Trying to find Vasquez. It's taken away by Johnson, but it's clear not good enough. It finds Salome. Salome up to Vasquez on the far left side now. Well, it gets past one defender. Can he get a shot off? It's high and wide. Kind of lost his balance there. Couldn't keep it on target. McDonald getting set for a short goal kick. Send it off to Delahunty. Pressure from Jenkins. Delahunty will send it up to Squires. Taken away by Hodder to Salome. And the Mustangs will clear out of bounds. Ridgeline throw-in. They're attacking third on the far sideline. Flagger comes up to take it. Finds Vasquez. Vasquez pressured by two Mustangs. They'll kick it out of play. Last touch by Vasquez as it went off his foot. Now a throw-in for Crimson Cliffs. It's won by Ridgeline. Salome has it in the center of the field. The through ball towards Workman. It's behind him, though. And McDonald scoops it up. McDonald waits for his teammates to get off field and punts it past multiple Riverhawks. Finley heads it back so Garvert can pick it up. Goalkeeper to goalkeeper with a little assistance from Finley. He'll punt past midfield. One out of the air by Crimson Cliffs. There's Hines. Drop it back to Butterfield. Up to Squires. Taken away by Hickman. Ridgeline with it. Pressing in. They'll send it back to Hodder. Trying to find Workman. It's one out of the air by Enfield. He'll pass it up to Woolley. Hodder will take it right back as he intercepts Woolley's pass. And they'll switch the field over to Finley. He's at midfield. Looking for Jenkins. It's a quick pass. Up to Hickman. Now Workman with an opportunity. He has a defender in front of him. Fires it. And it's wide on the near post. A goal kick. Here the fans here. Quite solid group from both sides. Traveling the decent distance. I mean, the closest one is an hour and a half from Ridgeline, so it's a little farther, about 4.5 for Crimson Cliffs. Watson's going to check into the game for Ridgeline. And the goal kick's taken. A miscue off the header. They'll lose it out of bounds, and Ridgeline has a throw-in in the attacking third. Pressing up high. Watson thought about taking it quickly, but he'll wait for Flygare and set up. It's thrown into Watson. Watson gets past one defender, crosses, Enfield trying to clear out. Finds a teammate, but finds Salome. It's on target, but blocked away by Enfield. Probably the best scoring opportunity so far in this one. It was Ridgeline that struck first in yesterday's contest as well. Watson and Jenkins over to take the corner on the near sideline. Short corner to Jenkins. He'll cross it in. Finds Salome, but it's one out of the air by the Mustangs, out of the box. Hodder there to stop the advance and passes over to Flygare. Flygare pressured. He's trying to get some fancy footwork, but it's taken away by the Mustangs. They're still fighting for it now. And a foul called against Johnson. It's going to be a Ridgeline free kick. About 30, 35 yards out. There's 3 Riverhawks standing over the ball. Jenkins, Flygare, and Watson. Referee will back the wall up of the Mustangs. It's the 18th minute of play, scoreless here in Rio Tinto Stadium. Watson hops over it, sent in. Just shy of the box. A couple Mustangs there to stop the advance, but it drops back to Hodder. He was looking for Salome, but out past him, and it's taken away by the Mustangs, but Salome takes it right back. Trying to switch the field to Jenkins. He overshoots him a little bit, but Flygare's there. Flygare on the far sideline with a chance, taken away by Johnson, sent out of bounds. Riverhawk throw-in. Taken quickly, up to Watson. Gets past one with a nice touch. McDonald comes sliding in and takes the ball away. He's a little shaken up. Referee will go and check on him. The trainer will come on to check McDonald. Come see Great Basin Graphics at 966 West, 400 North, number 15 in Logan. With quality screen printing and detailed embroidery, Great Basin Graphics is sure to make you look. Looks like they'll have to bring out McDonald as the stoppage in play. Crimson Cliffs captain Delahunty talking to the referee, saying, hey, can we get McDonald to stay? I think he's okay, but they'll make him sub out, at least for now. That's going to bring in Traden Stringham, the junior goalkeeper. It's quite a bit shorter than McDonald. See if that plays a factor. Salome had a pretty high shot there that was on target earlier. In the 19th minute of play, scoreless in Sandy between Ridgeline and Crimson Cliffs for the 4A state title. The restart is short for Crimson Cliffs, so they'll send it downfield from the defender Butterfield. Finley's over there to chase it out. He has it with some high pressure from Crimson Cliffs. Finley's able to get it over, but they'll call a foul. Looked like Fairbanks got tangled up there with Finley on a slide tackle. So free kick for Ridgeline at about their box, but closer to the far sideline. Taken by Flygare, up to Salome. Salome pressured by 3, will pass out to Hickman. Hickman out to Turner at midfield. Back up towards Salome, gets past him though, and cleared by the Mustangs. Turner's there to intercept it. And here's Hickman. Hickman gets past 1, has speed on his side, trying to dribble past the defender. They collide, no call, and the Mustangs have possession. It's up to Hines, who hits the turf. It's taken away. Hodder to Jenkins. Jenkins working it around to Johnson. Johnson got the first goal yesterday, but it's taken away by Butterfield. Cleared on the near sideline. Turner's there to stop it. Now they're fighting for it, Squires and Salome. The near sideline, Squires lets it go out for a Crimson Cliffs throw-in. Gets past everyone, and Everton will have to chase it down. He'll pass it back to Finley. Halfway through the first half, scoreless at Rio Tinto Stadium in Sandy for the 4A state title. Here the Mustangs have possession. Up to Enfield on the near sideline. He'll switch it to the middle. Finley and McKittrick fighting for it, but the ball goes past both of them, and here's Flygare sending it way up towards Watson, but runs out of real estate, and it goes out for a throw-in. McDonald will check back into the game after he was assessed by the trainer. And Crimson Cliffs has their starting keeper back in the game. Visit your local McDonald's for pickup and drive-thru. Your local McDonald's is hiring. Flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, plus other perks. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com today. Throw in from Crimson Cliffs to restart. They have the ball at midfield, but they'll drop it back to Butterfield. Back up towards Hines, but it's taken away by Hickman. He passes to Salome. Salome holds it, but drops it back to Flygare now. Finds Johnson. In the attacking third, out to Watson on the far sideline. Pressured heavily, and it's taken away and cleared. McKittrick gets past 1, and the counterattack's on for Crimson Cliffs. But Turner's there to intercept it. And it's out of the attacking third for now. Johnson with it at midfield. It's 1-on-3, and a couple other defenders trailing him, and he'll lose it to one of the trailing defenders. Ball lofted in the air. Now at midfield, Hodder has it. Pressured by Squires. Squires wins it. It's out, and a really promising opportunity now for Manwaring. But great defense by Finley, and it's going out for a corner. Came sliding in to take away any cross opportunity. Grady Workman will check back in for Jenkins for Ridgeline. Wasn't quite a corner, near the corner flag. It's going to be a throw-in for the Mustangs. Manwaring will take it. Finds Squires. Back to Manwaring. Pressured by 2 to Squires. Squires trying to get the cross off, but Workman stopped it. And it's up to Hickman, who loses it to a Mustang. He was fouled, though. I thought there was a bit of contact. Their arms got linked up a little bit, and the referee will signal a foul now. Free kick for Ridgeline. Flygare will take it. Deep downfield, nearly to the box. Headed by Crimson Cliffs, but Salome's there on the receiving end. Gets it up to Watson, back to Salome now. After some pressure, he'll pass out to Flygare on the far sideline. A through ball towards Johnson. Can he get there in time? No, it's won by the Mustangs and cleared. Here's Squires at midfield. As the Mustangs have a counterattack, it was 4-on-4, but a couple Riverhawks got back and stopped the progress. It's all the way back now. Enfield with it. Back to Delahunty. Up to Bundy. Back to Delahunty. Now Bundy again. Trying to find a passing avenue. Riverhawks have done a pretty good job of closing them down. Bundy has it. Up to McKittrick. Through ball sent up. Won by Flygare and Finley at the same time. I'm not really sure who got the boot on, but it's cleared. And Watson had it. Ran out of space on the far sideline. And we'll have a substitution, one for each side now. Trent Godfrey checks in for the Riverhawks. And Ryan Woolley back in the game for Crimson Cliffs. After the throw-in, Bundy has it near midfield. On his side of the field, though. Out to Enfield on the near sideline. Crimson Cliffs building an attack here, but it's taken away. And Ridgeline launches a ball, but no one ready for a run yet, so Crimson Cliffs will deal with it. Delahunty out to Enfield. He'll lose it on trying to flick it up, and it goes out of play for a throw-in for Ridgeline. 26th minute of play, scoreless here at Rio Tinto Stadium between Ridgeline and Crimson Cliffs for the 4A state title. Turner has it on the near touchline up to Workman. Workman pressured by two Mustangs, drops it back to Turner again. Turner trying to find Godfrey and Salome. Salome will end up with it. Salome cuts to the middle. Has a couple Riverhawks, tries to send the ball to Workman out on the near sideline. Workman heads it forward, but Enfield will win it. And it's cleared. Finley there to recover for Ridgeline. Has space, decides to dribble up, past midfield now. Sends it up to Salome. Salome drops it to Flygare on the far sideline. Up to Watson, back to Salome now. Sends it over Johnson. And Delahunty coming out to clear it, blocked by Johnson. It rolls back towards him. McDonald coming up aggressive. And Johnson had some space, but he couldn't fire it. And the Mustangs take it back. And it's now on the near sideline. That was a confusing moment as McDonald collided with his own defender. But here's a counterattack launching for the Mustangs, and Everton will have to send it out of play on the near sideline. A throw-in for Crimson Cliffs on the near sideline. Hines and Johnson will check back in for Crimson Cliffs. Old Grist Mill, have you tried the fantastic breakfast sandwiches served at the South Logan and Smithfield locations? You're going to love it. Muffins, scones, bagels, cheese bread, sweet rolls, baked fresh daily. Located in South Logan, Logan, and Smithfield. Just crossing into the 27th minute, 0-0 at Rio Tinto Stadium. The throw-in to McKittrick. Out of play, last touch by Turner. Another throw-in for Crimson Cliffs. Manwaring will leave it for Johnson. Throws it into Bundy, drops it back to Squires. Squires gets past Workman, fires one in from deep into the box. It's cleared out by Everton. Now Watson has it, launching the counterattack for the Riverhawks. He's past midfield with his speed. He gets past two Mustangs, cutting back towards the middle now, and he's brought down. That should be a foul. It is. A free kick just outside the box, and a yellow card has been issued. See who it was. Looked like Hines. Yeah, David Hines receives a yellow card there. He'll have to check out after just coming back in. It's a free kick for Ridgeline, parallel with their box, just a couple yards from it, actually, out towards the far sideline. Referee writing down the discipline in his book as the Riverhawks set up their formation. They have 6 men towards the far post. Johnson, the first one near the middle, he's standing on the penalty marker with Salome. Flygare standing over the ball waiting to take it. I'm sure the referee will pace out 10 yards as there's 2 Mustangs standing right over the ball. And he will now. Flygare with space now. to take the free kick. Really promising set piece for Ridgeline and see what they can do. Waiting for the official's whistle to restart. There it is. Flygare launches it in. One out of the air by Crimson Cliffs. Drops back to Hodder, who sends it back to the box, deflected out, and right back to him. A couple of Mustangs pressuring. It's out to Flygare now. No one really had clear possession until now, as it's kicked off by Hodder for a Crimson Cliffs throw-in. Just past midfield into their attacking side. About 12 minutes left in the first half, scoreless here at Rio Tinto Stadium. It's a throw-in for Ridgeline as Salome allows it to shepherd out. Actually, I'll say it was last touched by him, so Crimson Cliffs will throw it in. Salome thought he had it. He'll have to drop the ball for the throw-in for Crimson Cliffs. After Squires at the middle of the field, now Bundy. Launching one on target. Garvert's there for the save. It's his first one of the afternoon. I guess a little bit before noon, if you want to be technical. Punted towards midfield, it's Salome. Trying to find Johnson, intercepted. Bundy has it, but Johnson back to his feet, pressuring Squires with the ball. Out towards the far sideline, they'll lose it, and a Ridgeline throw-in. And they'll have a Riverhawk sub. Hickman's going to check back into the match. Throw in at midfield for the Riverhawks. It was towards Watson, but he lost it with some nice defensive pressure. Ball sent on the far sideline deep into Riverhawk territory. Everton will clear. The ball sent right back up high, just short of the box, but Turner's there trying to clear. Squires finds it after the bounce, but Salome takes it away. Salome trying to dribble the referee in the area and kind of shut down that attempt. And now Salome trips Squires, and Salome might see a yellow here. Let's see. He's at least getting a talking to with the referee. No card. It was a little reckless. So he's getting a pretty stern talking to, but he's trying to plead his case as well. Squires kind of cut in front of him as they were both playing for the ball. Just under 10 minutes now in the first half. Scoreless, a set piece here for Crimson Cliffs. Sent in by Manwaring. Garvert will grab it out of the air. It was going off frame, but he'll stop it from any dangerous cross. And there's an opportunity as he throws it out to Watson, who had some space, but he couldn't quite keep the ball in front of him. And that allows the defender, Woolley, to recover and send it out of bounds for a Ridgeline throw-in. It's up to Hickman. Back to Flygare. Taken away by the Mustangs. Pressure from Hodder. The ball is just flying in the air at midfield. Back settled down to Squires. Out to Manwaring. Gets past Turner. Everton there to recover, and it's cleared. A nice through ball almost to Johnson. His touch is a little unlucky, and it's taken away by Delahunty. Butterfield. Now Enfield for Crimson Cliffs. Goes out of bounds for a Mustang throw-in. Have a double substitution, one for each team. David Hines will check back in. He was cautioned earlier, and David Vasquez back in for Ridgeline. Just under 9 minutes in the first half. 0-0 in Sandy for the 4A state title. Johnson will throw it in for the Mustangs. Finds Delahunty, sent deep downfield. They can't keep it in play. Goes out for a Ridgeline throw-in. McKittrick in the area. And another sub for a Ridgeline. Godfrey will check back in. He'll replace Salome. Give him some much deserved and needed rest. He's controlled a lot of possession for Ridgeline so far. Throw in by the Riverhawks. Turner is won by Crimson Cliffs. Here's an opportunity. Squires fires off target on the near post. You could hear the stadium come alive, though. That's one of Crimson Cliffs' best opportunities. Most of their shots coming from pretty far out. That's the closest one. He got into the box about 2 or 3 yards from the penalty box. Fired it wide. The goal kick from Garvert. It's up past midfield. Watson headed it forward. And he'll lose it out of play. Crimson Cliffs throw-in. Thrown back to Delahunty, who will drop it all the way back to McDonald. He'll boot it downfield. Flygare will trap it out of the air, but right to a Mustang. And they'll launch a counterattack, but Hickman's there to recover as Squires loses his dribble. Here's Vasquez, sends a ball cross field. There's Watson with space. Can he save it from going out? He does. Gets past one defender. Has a really good opportunity for the cross. It's low. Delahunty clears. Flygare pressuring the Mustang with the ball. It was Woolley, last touched by Ridgeline, and Mustang throw-in. Flygare headed it out of the air, but the Mustangs retain possession as it's sent up on the right wing. Out of play, and Finley will throw it in. Adams Wealth Advisors wants to understand your family, job, hobbies, and goals to earn your long-term financial trust. Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com to schedule time with an advisor today. The throw-in quickly gets up towards midfield. Vasquez with it, pressured by a few Mustangs. He has help from Godfrey, and they'll drop it back to the defense. Back up to Vasquez. He'll cut in towards midfield. Now at midfield, sends it up to Watson, but a Mustang there before him. It's Morato. He'll send it out of play. Have another sub for each team. It's going to be a Ridgeline throw-in. Flygare into the new sub. It's taken out. A flag is up. And it looks like the assistant referee calling a foul. I don't think it was offsides. Mustangs will take it pretty quick. Maybe it was offsides, rather. A handball. Last touch Squires, so kind of went up between the hands of both Squires and Hodder. But it's going to be a Ridgeline throw-in, or free kick. Sent into the box. Finds Johnson at the feet. He'll just have to kick it out for a corner. It was a dangerous spot pressured by Vasquez. Corner kick for Ridgeline. It's going to be on the near side. They had a string of corners earlier in the first half. Ended with one shot on goal that was blocked away by a defender. Vasquez out there all alone to take it. A big clump of Riverhawks and Mustangs near the far post. A breakout headed by Johnson out for another corner. Vasquez sets it on the arc, close to the goal line. Sends it in. And it's just wide. Workman, it found his head, and I thought it might have squeaked in. Point. Workman just wide and nearly a goal for the Riverhawks. The goal kick for Crimson Cliffs, and they'll send it up the near sideline quickly, but they'll lose it out of play. A Ridgeline throw-in. And based on the angle there, I thought it might have squeaked in. It just missed the far post. Workman just wide. Just under 3 minutes now to go in the first half. Still scoreless here at Rio Tinto Stadium for the 4A state title. That ball goes out, last touched by a Riverhawk. And Crimson Cliff throw in at midfield. There's Johnson. Finds Squires. Squires boots it deep downfield. Headed into the box, but no pressure from any Mustang, so Garvert able to walk on over and pick it up. Brings it to the top of the box and punts downfield. Looks like he's looking for Vasquez. It bounces over him, though, and goes out of play. Throw in for a Ridgeline. Trying to find Workman was Flygare, but it goes out. Last touch by the Mustangs. Flygare throws it again to Workman. Barely stays in on the far sideline. Flygare has it, though, cutting to the middle of the field. And he'll pass it out. Some high pressure. And both players hitting the deck, and it's a foul against Hines. He already has a yellow. He's got to be careful there, especially the way he's protesting this call. There's Darian Ogilvy. As that one sent in, McDonald punches it out of the box on the free kick. Sent right back in by Turner. It's high. McDonald trying to grab it out of the air. It's still loose. It goes out for a corner. Or rather a goal kick, a deflection there. That was a chaotic moment for sure, and if you're a Mustang supporter, pretty scary, as McDonald collided with Delahunty and the ball was loose on the ground, but Johnson able to kick it away and off a Riverhawk for the goal kick. One out of the air by the Riverhawks. Workman out to Ogilvy. As the ball shoots, but it's blocked by his own teammate. Workman finds the feet of Jenkins, who fires it on target, but softly. Not much of a problem for McDonald. 10 seconds now in the first half. Sent downfield. Nothing's going to come of it. And that will end the first half. Scoreless here at Rio Tinto Stadium between Ridgeline and Crimson Cliffs. We'll be right back after a short break and break down the first half here on 104.5 The Ranch and CashValleyDaily.com.
Thank you for voting Adams Wealth Advisors the gold winner for Best Financial Planner in the Best of Northern Utah competition. Understanding your family, jobs, and goals is how Adams Wealth Advisors will continue to earn your trust.
This is Craig Adams. At Adams Wealth Advisors, we are here to help you receive peace of mind whether you've done a lot of planning or a little planning. Count on our team at Adams Wealth Advisors for honesty, professionalism, and integrity.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today. Please see AdamsWealthAdvisors.com for more information on these recent awards.
T-shirts are more popular than ever. The one that has the perfect statement or a one-of-a-kind design. They really do make you look. Great Basin Graphics has the best screen printers and equipment creating custom, retail-quality shirts at great prices. Employees look great and clients will always wear high-quality T-shirts advertising your product or service. Great Basin Graphics design, screen print, and embroider everything and anything. Google Great Basin Graphics or visit their new location at 966 West 400 North.
The Logo Shop invites you to sign up for a foursome and support the Logan Schools Foundation Slough in the Rough Golf Tournament, scheduled for Friday, May 13th. It's a great morning of golf at the Logan River Golf Course while raising money for the students and teachers in the Logan City School District. Contact Shanna Longhurst at the district office to sign up, or just email shanna.longhurst@loganschools.org. The Logan Schools Foundation Slough in the Rough Golf Tournament, Friday, May 13th.
Your Cash and Box Elder McDonald's are proud to be part of your community. team members at your local McDonald's take pride in being part of your community. Supporting local high school sports, USU Aggies, and many wonderful arts and cultural events is how your local McDonald's says thank you. Your local McDonald's is hiring. Let McDonald's work for you with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, great pay, plus meals and other perks. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com today. That's careers.mcdonalds.com, or apply in person. McDonald's and its franchisees are equal opportunity employers, committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
The Old Gristmill is a little piece of heaven. Traditional favorites that make everyone feel like life is oh so good. That famous made-to-order lunch special with the bread you love, delicious meat, veggies to your liking, and a fresh baked cookie, chips, and drink. Muffins, scones, bagels, cheese bread, sweet rolls baked fresh daily. The Old Gristmill also serves delicious breakfast sandwiches in Smithfield and South Logan. The Old Gristmill, now open in South Logan, Smithfield, and Logan. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
More and more people are turning to CashValleyDaily.com for their source of information on what's going on in our community. They're finding relevant news online and on the Cache Valley Daily app. From what's happening in local political elections to breaking news that you don't have to wait a few days to read about, to photo galleries of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and on the free Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news, online, on time, all the time. CashValleyDaily.com.
Thank you for voting Adams Wealth Advisors the gold winner for Best Financial Planner in the Best of Northern Utah competition. Understanding your family, jobs, and goals is how Adams Wealth Advisors will continue to earn your trust.
This is Craig Adams. At Adams Wealth Advisors, we are here to help you receive peace of mind whether you've done a lot of planning or a little planning. Count on our team at Adams Wealth Advisors for honesty, professionalism, and integrity.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today. Please see AdamsWealthAdvisors.com for more information on these recent awards.
T-shirts are more popular than ever. The one that has the perfect statement or a one-of-a-kind design. They really do make you look. Great Basin Graphics has the best screen printers and equipment creating custom, retail-quality shirts at great prices. Employees look great and clients will always wear high-quality T-shirts advertising your product or service. Great Basin Graphics design, screen print, and embroider everything and anything. Google Great Basin Graphics or visit their new location at 966 West 400 North.
Back here at Rio Tinto Stadium, it's halftime in the 4A state title in boys soccer between Ridgeline and Crimson Cliffs. It's scoreless in Sandy, but that's not without any chances coming. Quite a few good chances for the Riverhawks. I'd really give McDonald, the Crimson Cliffs keeper, about 2 or 3 quality saves. And a defender, I believe it was Johnson, a quality block as Vasquez almost had one in on the near post. But most of the chances coming from corner kicks, a couple on free kicks for the Riverhawks, and on the counterattack, it's been there. There's been crosses, but it's just been mistimed. When there's people there, the cross doesn't get through, and when the cross does get through, the attacker is just a step or two behind, so nothing too promising from that just yet. But this Crimson Cliffs team is a really good defensive squad, and of course Ridgeline is as well. They've limited Crimson Cliffs to really only one quality opportunity, in my opinion, maybe two. One that went off target, so Garvert didn't get a save there. But only one save for Garvert by my record so far here at Rio Tinto Stadium. Still scoreless, and of course we'll have another 40 minutes of the second half pretty soon. About 6 minutes till the kickoff of the second half. And then if we're still scoreless there, we'll have extra time of 20 minutes. And then after that, if it comes down to it, kicks from the mark for the title. I'm Jake Ellis, and I'll be right back with the second half in a few minutes here on 104.5 The Ranch and CashValleyDaily.com.
The Logo Shop invites you to sign up for a foursome and support the Logan Schools Foundation Slough in the Rough Golf Tournament, scheduled for Friday, May 13th. It's a great morning of golf at the Logan River Golf Course while raising money for the students and teachers in the Logan City School District. Contact Shanna Longhurst at the district office to sign up, or just email shanna.longhurst@loganschools.org. The Logan Schools Foundation Slough in the Rough Golf Tournament, Friday, May 13th.
Your Cache and Box Elder McDonald's are proud to be part of your community. Team members at your local McDonald's take pride in being part of your community. Supporting local high school sports, USU Aggies, and many wonderful arts and cultural events is how your local McDonald's says thank you. Your local McDonald's is hiring. Let McDonald's work for you with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, great pay, plus meals and other perks. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com today. That's careers.mcdonalds.com, or apply in person. McDonald's and its franchisees are equal opportunity employers, committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
The old grist mill is a little piece of heaven. Traditional favorites that make everyone feel like life is oh so good. That famous made-to-order lunch special with the bread you love, delicious meat, veggies to your liking, and a fresh baked cookie, chips, and drink. Muffins, scones, bagels, cheese bread, sweet rolls baked fresh daily. The old grist mill also serves delicious breakfast sandwiches in Smithfield and South Logan. The old grist mill, now open in South Logan, Smithfield, and Logan. The old grist mill, here for you.
More and more people are turning to CashValleyDaily.com for their source of information on what's going on in our community. They're finding relevant news online and on the Cache Valley Daily app. From what's happening in local political elections to breaking news that you don't have to wait a few days to read about, to photo galleries of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and on the free Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news, online, on time, all the time. CashValleyDaily.com.
Thank you for voting Adams Wealth Advisors the gold winner for Best Financial Planner in the Best of Northern Utah competition. Understanding your family, jobs, and goals is how Adams Wealth Advisors will continue to earn your trust.
This is Craig Adams. At Adams Wealth Advisors, we are here to help you receive peace of mind whether you've done a lot of planning or a little planning. Count on our team at Adams Wealth Advisors for honesty, professionalism, and integrity.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today. Please see AdamsWealthAdvisors.com for more information on these recent awards.
T-shirts are more popular than ever. The one that has the perfect statement or a one-of-a-kind design. They really do make you look. Great Basin Graphics has the best screen printers and equipment creating custom, retail-quality shirts at great prices. Employees look great and clients will always wear high-quality T-shirts advertising your product or service. Great Basin Graphics design, screen print, and embroider everything and anything. Google Great Basin Graphics or visit their new location at 966 West 400 North.
The Logo Shop invites you to sign up for a foursome and support the Logan Schools Foundation Slough in the Rough Golf Tournament, scheduled for Friday, May 13th. It's a great morning of golf at the Logan River Golf Course while raising money for the students and teachers in the Logan City School District. Contact Shanna Longhurst at the district office to sign up or just email shanna.longhurst@loganschools.org. The Logan Schools Foundation Slough in the Rough Golf Tournament, Friday, May 13th.
Your Cache and Box Elder McDonald's are proud to be part of your community. Team members at your local McDonald's take pride in being part of your community. Supporting local high school sports, USU Aggies, and many wonderful arts and cultural events is how your local McDonald's says thank you. Your local McDonald's is hiring. Let McDonald's work for you with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, great pay, plus meals and other perks. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com today. That's careers.mcdonalds.com, or apply in person. McDonald's and its franchisees are equal opportunity employers, committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
Welcome back to Rio Tinto Stadium in Sandy, Utah. It's the place of the 4A state title game in boys soccer here on 104.5 The Ranch and Cache Valley Daily. I'm Jake Ellis. We're just under 2 minutes from kickoff of the second half. Still scoreless here between Crimson Cliffs and Ridgeline, but it's not from a lack of trying your chances, and Ridgeline's had a few more for sure. Their offense has looked pretty good. There's been a couple chances that really should have leveled this game and taken it out of proportion like they did yesterday, but the Crimson Cliffs defense has held strong so far, and we'll see if Workman, Jenkins, or Johnson, or any other Riverhawk can get past McDonald here in the second half. The team is now coming off their benches and out onto the pitch. Switching sides now, so Ridgeline will have the kickoff. They're heading from right to left or from south to north. And of course, the Mustangs, the reverse of that. Let's do a Logo Shop uniform check again. Ridgeline in their away whites, all white with black numbers. The goalkeeper, Garvert, in a highlighter yellow. And for the Mustangs, they're in red pinstripes. Red with white pinstripes, rather. Navy sleeves, and the goalkeeper in navy. When it's time to make your team look good, call the Logo Shop on the field or in the workplace. Since 1990, they've been your source for customized logoed items for business, teams, and booster clubs. Referee checking with the goalkeepers to make sure they're ready. Checking with his assistant referees. Setting his watch. And there's the whistle. We're underway in the second half. Still 0-0 here at Rio Tinto Stadium as Ridgeline looking to repeat as state champions. Here's Hickman with the ball near midfield, pressured by two Mustangs. They'll take it away. One right back by Salome. But he gets tangled up with a teammate there. Wins it back. And now trying to find some space, sends it through. Try to get his own through ball. It's cleared by Johnson of the Crimson Cliffs off of Vasquez, out of bounds for a Mustang throw-in. So if this defensive match keeps going, we'll have two 10-minute halves of extra time. And then still tied after that, it would go to kicks from the mark to determine the state champion. Crimson Cliffs with the ball at midfield. The ball sent up towards Manwaring, taken away by Flygare. Here's Hodder out to Flygare. Kind of tripped over himself a little bit, but recovered. Sent it to Jenkins, who tried to switch the field to Vasquez, but it's won by Johnson. Mustangs with it. There to pressure is Turner, and he'll take it away. Passes to Hickman. Back to Turner. He's staying at midfield in between the circle and the far sideline. He'll switch it over to Finley. Finley trying to find Workman on a through ball, but it's read by Butterfield, and he'll take it away. Up to Squires. The counter's on. It's 3-on-3 for Crimson Cliffs. Cleared by Finley, but not out of danger just yet, as Jenkins fighting for the ball. Riverhawks will win it. It's back to Finley now. Finds Flygare on the near sideline. Back up to Jenkins. Looking for Workman, but he was in a different position than he had been. And it's taken by the Mustangs. One right back by Finley. Pretty back and forth. That's just been the way this match has unrolled. It's been lots of long balls from both teams, trying to find the through ball that will give them the best opportunity. And so the back lines have been steady and just winning balls out of the air a lot. Here's Salome at midfield for the Riverhawks. He'll switch it out to Vasquez on the far sideline. Johnson will take it away. Some strong defense. And it's out to Hines. Nice steal by Jenkins. Here's a counter opportunity. Gets past one defender who recovers, trying to dribble through. It's out to Workman. McDonald was aggressive coming out, but it's kicked out of bounds by Enfield. We'll go for a throw-in right near the corner flag. Flygare will throw it in. Trying to find Vasquez. It's taken away by Delahunty. Trying to start the counter, but Hodder's there to kick it out of play and let Ridgeline midfield reset and the defense get back. A throw in at midfield for the Mustangs. Taken away by Salome off of the hard touch. And out again, this time for a Ridgeline throw in. Flygare into Jenkins. And a foul. It's going to go against Manwaring. And a free kick for Ridgeline. It's pretty far out, but maybe a chance for a cross. Flygare standing over it. He'll boot it. It's a cross towards the far post. And a couple collisions. 4 players on the ground, 2 for either team. But Crimson Cliffs on the counter now. No whistle. Woolley with the ball. Pressured by Turner. He's near the far sideline in the attacking third for Crimson Cliffs, and Turner has fouled him. It's going to be a free kick for Crimson Cliffs. A little further back than Ridgeline's was, but other than that, it's a flip of what just happened set piece wise. Woolley standing over it. Takes a few paces back. Mustangs setting up on the far side of the box. Near side for us, far from the ball. Sent in by Woolley. It's high and deep. He maybe could have shot it on frame, but still kind of going for the cross, and it goes out for a goal kick. Garvert hasn't been too challenged in this one. That's credit to the Ridgeline defensive line. Done a really nice job of keeping the ball out of the box. He takes that goal kick. Gets up past midfield. It was passed out towards Vasquez. Last touched by a Mustang. And a throw-in for Ridgeline. Vasquez was going to throw it, but he'll leave it behind for Turner and head upfield himself. It's thrown in to Workman. Last touched by Crimson Cliffs. Another throw-in for Ridgeline about 10 yards further up. Turner throwing it in front of his own bench. Into Salome. Salome with a heavy touch. Trying to cross it now. It's deflected out. Should be a corner. It is. Corner kick for Ridgeline on the far side. 7 minutes into this second half. Still scoreless. Salome and Vasquez, I believe, standing over by the corner. Taken by Vasquez. Cross to the far post. Headed out for another corner. Hines was there. Workman was right behind him, though. If Hines didn't head it out, Workman would have had another opportunity. He had a header in the first half that went just wide of the upper 90. Almost gave the Riverhawks the lead. Jenkins will take this corner on the near side. Trying to find Vasquez. It's headed away. And out. Should be another corner. We'll switch sides again. And last touch by Woolley. Vasquez sets the ball on the arc. Sent to the near post this time, and McDonald grabs it out of the air. In the 48th minute, still scoreless. And Butterfield has it for Crimson Cliffs. He sends the ball deep downfield on the near side. Trying to find McKittrick, but Finley's there, and he'll take it away. Finley with some space, dribbles past Delahunty, or Manwaring rather, but it goes out of bounds. And we'll have a sub, the first one of the second half. It's going to be for Crimson Cliffs. Still trying to decide who's taking out, or trying to get the attention rather. He's going to bring in Luke Fairbanks. The Mustang throwing at midfield on the near sideline. It's into McKittrick. He'll head it to Squires. Hodder's there. He'll fight for it and win possession. Pass out to Vasquez. Past midfield now. Up towards Workman. But Delahunty's there, and he'll boot it out of play. Workman ran him into the ground a bit, is pressuring him, and referee will call a free kick. As Workman was trying to steal the ball away before he could send it out of play. But instead of a Ridgeline throw-in, now it's a Crimson Cliffs free kick. Come see Great Basin Graphics at 966 West, 400 North, number 15 in Logan. With quality screen printing and detailed embroidery, Great Basin Graphics is sure to make you look. In the 50th minute now, as Crimson Cliffs takes the free kick, it's won by Ridgeline, and they'll switch the field to Jenkins in the attacking third. His through ball is cut out of the air by Hines. And now Crimson Cliffs with an opportunity to launch the counterattack. They don't move fast enough. And Hodder's there to stop the progress, sending it out of bounds. Crimson Cliffs throwing on the near sideline. Hines a little shaken up, but it's thrown into Squires. Salome takes it away, passes it back to Flagger, who boots it up for Workman. Delahunty there. Workman chasing after it. McDonald out of his box. Workman chips it over him, but it's not on target, and no one's in the area, so Delahunty has time to clear. Woolley with it near the far touchline at midfield. Pressured by Turner, and Hodder will clear it out of bounds. He's done a really nice job in his role of allowing Ridgeline to reset after counterattacks, stopping progress the Mustangs build up. So that's thrown in by Crimson Cliffs. It's out for a Ridgeline throw-in. 30 minutes left in regulation. Scoreless at Rio Tinto Stadium. Flagger switching the field to Jenkins. Jenkins has to wait for the ball, allows the defender to get back. He shoots just over the crossbar. Less than a yard above the crossbar, really close. The goal kick for Crimson Cliffs taken short. They'll pass it out to the left wing, who boots it upfield. Out of bounds, last touched by Woolley. A Ridgeline throw-in. Little sub. It's going to bring in Ryan Johnson. He broke the scoreless tie in yesterday's game. Of course, that was closer to 25 minutes into the first half rather than the second half. But Crimson Cliffs just a much more defensive-oriented team than the Flyers were of Dixie. Ridgeline with the ball. Johnson has it. Up to Salome. Salome through ball to Johnson. Trailing back. And Johnson clears it out of bounds. He's frustrated with the contact between him and Johnson. Very frustrated. Appealing to the referee, but it's a throw-in for Ridgeline, taken quickly. Hickman. Pressured heavily. He'll drop it back to Flygare. Flygare gets past one. Gets past another. Entering the box now. Trying to cross. It's blocked. And sent out of play by Enfield for a Ridgeline throw-in. A solid section of Ridgeline supporters down here in Sandy. You can hear them. Same goes for Crimson Cliffs. Both squads traveled well. Up to Salome on the throw-in. He's running out of space towards the goal line, but Enfield is taken away. Or rather, Hines. Hines and Salome jostling for the ball. They're getting tangled up. Both of them hit the ground at separate times. Jenkins in to the box. Passes to Johnson. It's cleared out. Hodder with an opportunity. Fires from deep out, and not the best shot. It's wide and right. Goal kick for Crimson Cliffs. About 27 minutes left in regulation in the second half. 0-0 at Rio Tinto Stadium. This is for the 4A state title. Ridgeline, of course, 2021 champions, trying to repeat. Crimson Cliffs haven't won a title. They're a new school. After that goal kick, it's up to Hines, pressured by Hodder. Hines still has it. He'll drop it back to Butterfield and cleared. It's McKittrick, but Finley was there to stop the pass. It goes right back to McKittrick, though. He'll send the through ball, but Flygare tracks it down. Taken away by Squires, who hits the turf. He's fouled by Finley. And Finley's going to get a caution here. Yellow card to the center back. He'll have to come out. It's a free kick for Crimson Cliffs. Just 5 yards from the arc of the goal box. In for Ridgeline, it's Kyler Jones. 3 Mustangs standing over the ball waiting for the referee to finish his disciplinary action in his book. I think that's a good foul from Finley. I think that was a really promising attack for Squires. And he'll take the caution there, but sometimes you got to do that as the defensive captain, is what I'd call him. Referee paces out the wall. It's a 4-man wall for the Riverhawks. Squires standing over the ball. It's with Manwaring. Couple Mustangs towards the far side of the box. There's the whistle. Squires jumps away from it. Manwaring sends one on. It's blocked by the wall and headed away from danger. Now Ryan Johnson sends the ball up. A nice heel flick. Trying to track down his own pass. It's cleared out of play for a Ridgeline throw-in. Have a Finley check back in after his caution. Replacing Jones. A throw in to Vasquez. Trying to switch the field, but is short of Jenkins. He was pressured trying to make that pass. Woolley out to the left side, now centered in. Crimson Cliffs attacking. Turner tracks the ball down, sends it out. So you throw in for the Mustangs. On the far touchline. About parallel with the box. They'll throw it back. Vasquez pressuring Woolley. They'll take it away. They're getting tangled up. No whistle. There's the whistle now. It's going against Vasquez. Not sure I agree with that one as much. Vasquez did initiate the contact, but I think the reaction from Woolley was a little stronger. It'll be a Mustang free kick. About 15 yards from midfield, right near the far touchline. The wind's starting to pick up here in Sandy. It's blowing from east to west, so most of the stands will block a lot of it. Woolley sends the ball in. It's wide on the near post side, rather the far post side. Out for a goal kick. Gabriel Watson's going to check in for the for the Riverhawks. He'll switch Jenkins over to the right wing, and Watson will take his usual spot on the left side. 24 minutes left in the second half. 0-0 at Rio Tinto Stadium. The goal kick up to Salome. Jostled for possession, but took it back. It's up to Watson, but it's just behind him and cleared out by the Mustangs. It's up to Finley now. He dribbles up to midfield, trying to send a through ball to Watson. It's stopped by the defense. And now the Mustangs countering. Hodder there to stop it. Keeps it in. Up to Watson. And now Hickman. Hickman dribbling to the center circle. Switches the field over to Jenkins on the right wing. A nice step over. Gets past one defender, trying to cross it. The cross is blocked. Johnson coming out to get the ball. Tries to cross it himself. He'll get it through, but it's behind Watson and cleared by the Mustangs. Here's the counter. It's a one-on-one now. Finley able to boot it, though, as the ball went way in front of McKittrick. Finley's pass up to Johnson, who can't keep it in play as he was looking for Jenkins, and a Crimson Cliffs throw-in. Almost midway through the second half. Still scoreless here at Rio Tinto Stadium. There's the throw-in on the far touchline from Crimson Cliffs. Hodder finds it out of the air. And he'll dribble backwards, trying to maintain possession as he's pressured by Squires. So pass it over to Finley. Finley dribbles up with lots of space. Now past midfield, up to Salome. Salome stops his dribble and switches over to Jenkins. Jenkins trying to get past Enfield with the cross. It gets through towards Watson. It's past Flygare. No, Riverhawk able to touch it, and it's cleared out by Crimson Cliffs. Finley has it, pressured by Squires, so have to get rid of it quickly up to Hodder. Now Watson, near touchline, up to Salome. And I believe he was fouled, no whistle though. As the ball is up to Flygare. Flygare trying to save it from going out for a goal kick, but it still goes out. Goal kick for the Mustangs. I thought Butterfield came in a little late and got a little too much contact, but the referee disagreeing with me. 21 minutes left in the second half. Butterfield takes the goal kick for McDonald. Flygare heads it out of the air. Bundy and Salome fighting for it. Mustangs come up with the possession. The counter's on. Squires taken away by Turner, cleared by Hodder. Sent right back to the left side towards Woolley, but he can't save it from going out of play. Throw in for Ridgeline. Turner up to Jenkins. His touch a little too strong, and Enfield takes it away. Back to Delahunty, who clears it out of bounds. Riverhawk throw-in. Their center referee changing the way that throw-in was going. I thought it was pretty clearly a Riverhawk throw-in. It's going to be a Crimson Cliffs throw-in, rather. And they'll have a couple subs. The throw-in finds Hodder, who sends it out for another throw-in. This one a little further back, though. Now on the Crimson Cliffs side of the field. On the far touchline, all the action right now. Thrown into McKittrick. They'll try to send it up to Manwaring. Now Squires. And it's all the way back to Bundy after a clear from the Riverhawks. It's Manwaring up to Squires on the left wing. Everton trying to recover. Can't block the cross, but the cross wasn't a good one, and it goes out. Last touched by the Riverhawks, though. I think Finley had some contact with it. It's a corner kick for Crimson Cliffs on the far side. Looks like Manwaring will take it. There it is. Looking for Butterfield, but Finley's there to intercept it. It goes right back out for another corner. Same side. This time they'll send it low on the ground to Squires. Squires trying to turn. Hodder's there to stop him, and Everton clears. The ball trickles out of bounds near midfield on the near touchline. Throwing for Maroto. Cleared by Flygare. It's all the way back to Delahunty, the center back, who will switch the field over to the far sideline. Here's Hines. Back to Manwaring. Towards Squires, but Everton clears. And as they try to send it back, the Mustangs lose it out of bounds. A Ridgeline throw-in, and they'll have a sub. Godfrey checks in. 17.5 to play in the second half in regulation time here in Sandy, Utah. Still scoreless in the 4A state title game. Throw-in finds Salome. He's pressured by two Mustangs, and they'll win the ball away. Salome trying to recover. pressuring, and they will send the ball through anyway, but it's sent right back to the attacking third. Johnson trying to get past Butterfield. His touch is too strong, and he'll lose it out of play. It's a Crimson Cliffs throw in, and Johnson thought he had it. He thought he might have kicked it off Butterfield, trying to sell it a little bit. But that was a Mustang throw in all the way. And they'll sub. Klingon Smith in for Squires. Throw in from Morodo. Still in the air off a couple headers. Gets past Morodo, out for a ridgeline throw in. Johnson looking to take it quickly, but he'll leave it for Flygare instead. Flygare throws it into Watson. Watson trying to get something off, and he kicks it way high and over the crossbar. 16 minutes left, 0-0 in the state title game. Goal kick for Crimson Cliffs. Some collision at midfield, no call. So it's sent back into the attacking zone for Ridgeline. Watson has help with Johnson. He'll leave it for him. Johnson dribbling in. Centering it up. Fires. Blocked by Delahunty. It goes right to Flygare, who fires. It's blocked again. Salome chasing after it. And McDonald will shepherd it out for a corner kick. Not really shepherd there. He just couldn't get there in time. It's a corner kick for Ridgeline on the far corner. We'll have a sub. Workman coming in at just the right time. See if he can get one on frame. He replaces Johnson. Watson coming out to the corner. So it's Jenkins. Watson sends it in. McDonald got a hand on it and pushed it over everyone. It's rolling out. But Godfrey's there. He'll stop it and pass it back to Hodder. Hodder with some space. Fires across to the far side. Too much on it. Out for a goal kick. 15 minutes left in regulation at Rio Tinto Stadium. Still a scoreless draw. Mustangs with the ball on the far side. And they lose it out of play for a Ridgeline throw-in. Didn't quite hit that ball right. Visit your local McDonald's for pickup and drive-thru. Your local McDonald's is hiring. Flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, plus other perks. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com today. They'll hold the throw-in for a substitution, or maybe they won't. He was looking for it, but Ridgeline takes the throw-in. It's to Salome. And like most of this game, pressured by two Mustangs. They've had Salome marked. They know what he can do, and he's fouled by Johnson. Tripped up. It's going to be a free kick for Ridgeline. It's on the far side. About 10 yards from the box. Maybe 5 yards from the far touchline. A two-man wall for the Mustangs. Jenkins looks set to take it. Looks like he'll cross it based on the position of its teammates. 6 guys on the line on the near side of the box. Sent in near far post, headed out of play for a corner. A sub, one for either team. Squires back in for the Mustangs, and Hodder back in, or rather Hickman. Ball sent in from the corner. Jostling in the air, it rolls to McDonald, who scoops it up. Not much power on it. Butterfield clears up. Finley's there to intercept it, but is clear not far enough back. Some clean content there from Finley. Crimson Cliffs fans don't like it. His arms extended a little bit, but it wasn't too powerful. I think he was a little easy to go to ground, and a counterattack meanwhile on for Ridgeline. A throw-in parallel with the box as it was sent out by Butterfield. Mustang fans really not liking the no call. Throw in for Flygare. We'll find Watson. Back to Flygare, who crosses it. Cleared out by Keelong Smith, but it finds Hodder. Sends it to Turner. Turner on the far side boots it into the box. Butterfield's there. He takes it out of the air and clears. Hickman finds it. Sends it up to Jenkins. Jenkins trying to dribble past a couple defenders, but will back off instead, dribbling out to the far side now. Leaves it off for Salome. Now Hodder. Out to Flygare. On the near touchline, it's taken away. A nice interception there. But the through ball towards McKittrick, not good enough. But Squires takes it away from Hodder, who didn't recover. It's Squires. Gets past one, gets past another. Finley there to recover. It's cleared out. A dangerous situation. Squires couldn't get the shot off, though, as the defense recovers for Ridgeline just in time. Watson starting the counterattack, but it's dealt with by Crimson Cliffs. Hickman with it at midfield. Out to Turner. Turner with lots of space dribbling upfield. Centers it up for Watson, but it's cleared off. He can't turn it. And the Mustangs send a through ball towards McKittrick. Everton with it, trying to let it go out, but he'll have to play it out as the pressure is too high. Crimson Cliffs throwing on the far touchline. There's the throw in to Manwaring. He'll cross it to the other side of the field. Flygare there, pressured by a Mustang. The ball getting forward. It was going to go out for a goal kick, but Garvert will scoop it up and try and punt it. He can get a little more distance with that. He will send it deep downfield, looking for Workman. Butterfield, the last one to touch it. It goes out for a throw-in right by the corner flag for Ridgeline. On the near touchline, under 10 now to play in the second half. We'll have a couple subs. Vasquez back in for the Riverhawks. Woolley back in. And Enfield as well for the Mustangs. Flygare coming up to take the throw in. Finds Salome right near the goal line. He'll cross it in. McDonald able to grab it out of the air. McDonald boots it to midfield. Looking for Squires, but it's won by Hickman. But he loses possession to Manwaring, who came to help Squires. Manwaring crossing it to Woolley. Finley's there to intercept it. And clear. Now it's sent to the other side. Watson chasing it, trying to keep it in. He can't. Mustang throwing on the near touchline. 8 minutes now in regulation. Throw into Woolley. Flygare takes it away, passes back to Finley. It's over to Everton, who clears. Not the best clear. It's a little short of Vasquez. It's taken by Manwaring. Manwaring on the far side, looking for the cross. He gets it in. Past Hodder, but Everton's there to send it out of the box. Not out of danger, though, as it's sent back in by Cleveland Smith. Squires in the area, and McKittrick, but it's sent out of the box. And now the counter on for Ridgeline. Salome, pressured by Enfield. He'll slow it down, wait for some numbers. It's up to Workman. Workman working on Butterfield. Butterfield barely keeps it in play, up to Enfield. Enfield now to Woolley, and it's back at midfield for Crimson Cliffs. Flygare blocks it, but it's out of bounds off of him. Mustang throwing at midfield. Enfield will throw it in. Up to McKittrick. Gets past Hodder through the legs, a nutmeg. McKittrick over to Squires. Everton there, they collide. No call. It's cleared out. Vasquez has it. Out to Flygare on the near touchline. He's dribbling towards midfield. Finds Hodder. Back to Finley, sends it up towards Salome. It's over him a little bit. Now in between Vasquez and Salome. Salome ends up with it. Back to Hickman. Now Salome trying to go on the right wing, but it's intercepted. Mustangs with it now. Across midfield. And collision and the foul called. Yeah, it looked like Everton, and he ran into David Hines. It's going to be a free kick. Square on with the goal. About 10 yards from the box for Crimson Cliffs. Not the time you want to give this up. Squires over it. With Keelong Smith. Klingon Smith. Waiting for instructions from the referee as he sets the 5-man ridgeline wall. Squires hops over. Klingon Smith fires. Saved by Garvert. One got past him in that same spot yesterday against Dixie. Quintero sent it in to the bottom right corner. That time, Garvert saves it. Out for a corner kick for Crimson Cliffs. It's the near corner. Under 5 to play in regulation. A goal here would likely win it for either team. Manwaring out to take the corner. Everyone inside the goal box. Sent in. Headed out of the box. Klingon Smith there. He switches it over to Manwaring. Manwaring on the near sideline. Pressured by Watson. It's out. Last touch by Watson. Crimson Cliffs throwing. There it is into Klingon Smith. Back to Manwaring. Manwaring gets the cross. It's low. Cleared away and just in time. Fired from outside from Butterfield as he found the clear. But it's cleared by the Riverhawks. And here's an opportunity for Workman heading it over the defense. And MacDonald came up into his box to scoop the ball up. And he'll throw it quickly. As Crimson Cliffs still has numbers up the field. Stoppage in play for an injured Riverhawk. It's Hickman clutching his left leg. The mark of Cache Valley being chanted by the Ridgeline student section. Hickman's helped off the field by the trainer. Couple subs in for Ridgeline. Johnson in. And Brennan Robinson. See how the referee decides to restart here. There's 3:25 on the clock when it was stopped for the injury. Referee talking with a Mustang. I think it's Butterfield at midfield. Likely explaining the restart. Should be a drop ball. Salome in the area along with Klingon Smith. They're still standing with the ball. Near midfield, there's the drop. It's Klingon Smith winning it. His pass intercepted by Godfrey, but his through ball was sent deep into the area by Butterfield, and Garver able to pick it up. He'll punt downfield. No spin on that ball at all. As it bounces over one. Now Delahunty heading it away from the box. And it's over on the far side now. Vasquez coming back for it on the slide tackle. Wins it cleanly. And taken away by the Mustangs. They'll send the ball deep into the area. On the other side of the field, a Ridgeline throw-in. And another sub for Ridgeline. Jenkins back in, replacing Watson. 2:30 on the clock in regulation. There's the throw-in. Finds Vasquez. He'll switch it over to Jenkins. That's a good ball. Jenkins pressured by Enfield. Trying to go around him on the far side. On the near side, rather, and Enfield will send it out. Ridgeline throw-in. Flygare comes up to take it. Throwing it into the box. And a Mustang is down and injured. It went out for a goal kick as Godfrey unable to keep it in play. Like Hines shaken up on the play, but he gets back up to continue on. Goal kick for the Mustangs. Butterfield will take it. Over the head of Klingon Smith to Flygare, who sends it up to Jenkins. Back to Flygare. And that ball is blocked by Klingon Smith. A throw-in now for Ridgeline. In, and Jenkins tried to rainbow it over his head. Loses it. Out of bounds, and Crimson Cliff throwing. Under a minute now. See if anything can develop in the last seconds. It's a throw in for Crimson Cliffs near midfield. It's a deep one, finds McKittrick, it's off of him, out of bounds. Riverhawk throwing. Flygare up to Jenkins, towards Johnson, but Delahunty's there to clear. Hodder out of the air with the header. Up to Jenkins, now Johnson. A nice pass to Salome. Salome up to Johnson. It's just behind him, though. And the Crimson Cliffs defense sends it out for a Riverhawk throw-in. 15 seconds. Jenkins throws it in. Flygare has it. Over to Hodder. 7. Hodder fires off target. And that will end regulation. We're tied still. We're going to need extra time to decide the state champion here on 104.5 The Ranch and CashValleyDaily.com. We'll be right back after a short break for extra time. Don't go anywhere.
The Old Gristmill is a little piece of heaven. Traditional favorites that make everyone feel like life is oh so good. That famous made-to-order lunch special with the bread you love, delicious meat, veggies to your liking, and a fresh baked cookie, chips, and drink. Muffins, scones, bagels, cheese bread, sweet rolls baked fresh daily. The Old Gristmill also serves delicious breakfast sandwiches in Smithfield and South Logan. The Old Gristmill, now open in South Logan, Smithfield, and Logan. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
More and more people are turning to CashValleyDaily.com for their source of information on what's going on in our community. They're finding relevant news online and on the Cache Valley Daily app. From what's happening in local political elections to breaking news that you don't have to wait a few days to read about, to photo galleries of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and on the free Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news, online, on time, all the time. CacheValleyDaily.com.
Thank you for voting Adams Wealth Advisors the gold winner for Best Financial Planner in the Best of Northern Utah competition. Understanding your family, jobs, and goals is how Adams Wealth Advisors will continue to earn your trust.
This is Craig Adams. At Adams Wealth Advisors, we are here to help you receive peace of mind whether you've done a lot of planning or a little planning. Count on our team at Adams Wealth Advisors for honesty, professionalism, and integrity.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today. Please see AdamsWealthAdvisors.com for more information on these recent awards.
T-shirts are more popular than ever. The one that has the perfect statement or a one-of-a-kind design. They really do make you look. Great Basin Graphics has the best screen printers and equipment creating custom, retail-quality shirts at great prices. Employees look great and clients will always wear high-quality T-shirts advertising your product or service. Great Basin Graphics design, screen print, and embroider everything and anything. Google Great Basin Graphics or visit their new location at 966 West 400 North.
The Logo Shop invites you to sign up for a foursome and support the Logan Schools Foundation Slough in the Rough Golf Tournament, scheduled for Friday, May 13th. It's a great morning of golf at the Logan River Golf Course while raising money for the students and teachers in the Logan City School District. Contact Shanna Longhurst at the district office to sign up or just email shanna.longhurst@loganschools.org. The Logan Schools Foundation Slough in the Rough Golf Tournament, Friday, May 13th.
Your Cache and Box Elder McDonald's are proud to be part of your community. Team members at your local McDonald's take pride in being part of your community. Supporting local high school sports, USU Aggies, and many wonderful arts and cultural events is how your local McDonald's says thank you. Your local McDonald's is hiring. Let McDonald's work for you with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, great pay, plus meals and other perks. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com today. That's careers.mcdonalds.com or apply in person. McDonald's and its franchisees are equal opportunity employers, committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
Jake Ellis joining you from Rio Tinto Stadium. We're heading to extra time here in the 4A Boys Soccer State Championship. Ridgeline and Crimson Cliffs scoreless, 0-0 here with just about a minute left until extra time gets underway. Should be 2 10-minute halves of extra time. And we'll see if that can make a difference between these two teams. It's really been an even match. Great attacks from either side. Lots of long balls. And trying to just get the counterattacks going because building hasn't been working too well for either team. Old Grist Mill, have you tried the fantastic breakfast sandwiches served at the South Logan and Smithfield locations? You're going to love it. Muffins, scones, bagels, cheese bread, sweet rolls, baked fresh daily. Located in South Logan, Logan, and Smithfield. Let's go ahead and do the Logo Shop uniform check one more time. Once again, Mustangs in the home reds with blue sleeves. Ridgeline in their away whites. Their keeper in yellow, the Mustang keeper in navy blue. When it's time to make your team look good, call the Logo Shop on the field or in the workplace. Since 1990, they've been your source for customized logoed items for businesses, teams, and booster clubs. 10 seconds now till we're underway. Teams have switched sides again. Back to how we started. Crimson Cliffs will kick off. They're heading from south to north or right to left. Ridgeline from left to right. And there's the kick. Squires takes it. Sends it back to Hines. Now over to Enfield. Out to Klingon Smith. Trying to get past Vasquez. He'll lose it out of play. A Ridgeline throw-in. Rather, that was Woolley that lost it. Into Vasquez on the throw-in. Sending a ball in between Johnson and Jenkins. And it's sent out by Moroto, the right back. Ridgeline throw-in on the far sideline. Jenkins will wait for Flygare and allow him to take it. Thrown into Godfrey. Pressured by two Mustangs trying to turn. It's taken away and cleared by Morodo. Hodder there. Sends it up to Salome. Salome pressured by Klingon Smith. Back to Flagger. Now Salome. Salome out to Hodder at midfield. Switching it over to Vasquez on the attacking third. It's taken away though. And back up to Vasquez. Sent out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Ridgeline. Brendan Robertson throws it in. It's cleared, but Hodder's there. Done a nice job of sweeping so far. Sent a ball up to Johnson, taken away by Delahunty. Now it's out to Woolley on the near side. Vasquez takes it away from him. A nice steal. His pass towards Salome too far in front and cleared by Morodo. No one in the area, and it will go out of play at midfield. Finley out to throw it in for Ridgeline. There it is. Gets past two defenders up to Jenkins. Jenkins with an opportunity to cross. Setting it in, and he can't quite get a good foot on it as Butterfield sends it out for a corner. Corner kick on the far side for Ridgeline. 7.5 to go in the first extra time. Jenkins standing over it with Flagger in the area. He'll now head into the box. Jenkins sends it near post towards Johnson. Flagger. Salome on target, blocked. McDonald dives on it. Hines in front of the action there, and McDonald jumps on the loose ball. The shot from Salome. The first shot on target in quite a while, probably about 15 minutes of game time. At least it feels like it. Ridgeline with the ball now. Vasquez up to Hodder. He'll drop it back to Finley. Finley with lots of space up to Salome. Salome entering the attacking third. Will drop it back to Finley at midfield. He'll switch it over, trying to find Vasquez. It's taken out of the air by Delahunty and cleared by Butterfield. McKittrick at midfield with it. Pressured by Hodder, sends it up towards Woolley. Woolley is running out of space and he'll lose it. It's a throw in for Ridgeline. Taken quickly by Robeson. Up to Vasquez. Vasquez switches it to the other side. Flagger at midfield. A big touch. Ends up being a pass, and it's taken away by Morodo. Jenkins tracks it down and takes it away. Sends it up to Johnson. Gets past Johnson and Butterfield. Flagger going after it, and Delahunty will send it out for a throw-in. On the near touchline, it's taken quickly. Jenkins with it. Fires one. It's way high over the crossbar. Out for a goal kick. Got under it. Brian Johnson back in the game, replacing Morodo for Crimson Cliffs. Short goal kick. It's to Butterfield. Back over to Delahunty. Hines back to Butterfield in a triangle. He'll dribble up into some space. Ridgeline not pressing too hard. Johnson on the far side, taken away by Flagger. The counter's on. Flagger dribbling. This goes to ground, trying to pass it up to Vasquez, but loses it. And now the counter for Crimson Cliffs. It's 3-on-4. Squires with a nice move, gets past the defender. Finley there to recover. Squires on the near side in the box, fires wide. Goal kick for Ridgeline. Adams Wealth Advisors wants to understand your family, job, hobbies, and goals to earn your long-term financial trust. Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com to schedule time with an advisor today. Garver takes the goal kick. It's won by the Mustangs out of the air, but Finley's there to recover. And now Salome fighting for possession with Klingon Smith, and the Mustangs will win. Squire sends a ball out to the right wing. Finley there trying to shield it to go out. He'll actually put a nice spin move on and turn the attacker around him. Finley takes the ball away, and Squires slides in, sending it out of play for a Ridgeline throw-in. And you can see the energy just going down on either side. It's a long time. Nearly 90 minutes played now with extra time. Squires on the attack. Goes to ground, and he was fouled by Godfrey. Set piece for Crimson Cliffs. Squires is shaken up. It's a free kick about 10 yards from the top of the box. Right on target. Woolley, Klingon Smith in the area. 5-man wall for the Riverhawks. Make it 6 as Finley comes over to join. 3 minutes to go in the first extra time. Waiting for the whistle to restart. There it is. Klingon Smith takes it wide. Just above the upper 90 on the left side. 2.5 to go in the first extra time. 0-0 in the state championship game for Ridgeline and Crimson Cliffs. Both defenses have just been too strong to get anything past them. Garvert sends it downfield. One out of the air by Woolley, but Everton's there to recover on the big touch. Up to Salome. Back to Everton. Downfield, Johnson in the area. It goes over his head, and Delahunty deals with it. And Salome sent Hines to the ground. It's a free kick for Crimson Cliffs. Under 2 minutes now in the first extra time. 0-0 at Rio Tinto Stadium. This is for the state championship. Ridgeline trying to repeat. Crimson Cliffs looking for their first. It's up to McKittrick now for the Mustangs. He's on the far right side. Passes over. The ball sent up by Manwaring. One by Hodder. He can't clear though. It's blocked. Now they're fighting for the ball on the far side. Going closer to the corner flag now. Finley trying to shield it out, and he's fouled. It's a free kick. So McKittrick fouled him. Came in too hot from behind. 1 minute left in the first extra time. Free kick taken by Flygare. One at midfield by the Mustangs, but Hodder's there. Trying to take it away. McKittrick going for it. Now Squires. It's 3-on-3. Squires with a nice ball. It's cleared out by Robeson. Fired again. There's Woolley! And he finds the frame. It's a goal for Crimson Cliffs. Their entire bench empties to celebrate in the corner. The golden goal comes from Ryan Woolley, the senior. Their first state championship in boys soccer. They dethrone Ridgeline. And that'll do it here, the golden goal. We'll be right back after a short commercial break here on 104.5 The Ranch to wrap up this game.
The old gristmill is a little piece of heaven. Traditional favorites that make everyone feel like life is oh so good. That famous made-to-order lunch special with the bread you love, delicious meat, veggies to your liking, and a fresh baked cookie, chips, and drink. Muffins, scones, bagels, cheese bread, sweet rolls baked fresh daily. The old gristmill also serves delicious breakfast sandwiches in Smithfield and South Logan. The old gristmill, now open in South Logan, Smithfield, and Logan. The old gristmill, here for you.
More and more people are turning to CashValleyDaily.com for their source of information on what's going on in our community. They're finding relevant news online and on the Cache Valley Daily app. From what's happening in local political elections to breaking news that you don't have to wait a few days to read about, to photo galleries of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and on the free Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news, online, on time, all the time. CashValleyDaily.com.
Heartbreak in Sandy for Ridgeline as Crimson Cliffs takes the state title. Right now they're shaking hands near midfield, and the final score 1-0. Crimson Cliffs finds the golden goal in the final minute of the first extra time. It was Ryan Woolley, the senior striker. The ball just landed at his feet. All he had to do was fire to the right side of Garver, who had already gone to the left. And it was in. It was a goal, and Ridgeline not able to repeat a state championship, but definitely a great performance from the Riverhawks. They fought through a tough bracket, had a dominant performance at Dixie yesterday. We knew this game would be a defensive match between these two powers, and it's Crimson Cliffs that ends up with the victory as they salute the opposing fans now, clapping to the Ridgeline student section, the respectful gesture. And that's really going to do it. I mean, there's just so many opportunities for both teams, but the defense was just stellar, especially from the back line. I mean, the goalkeepers had a few saves, but it was blocks from Crimson Cliff center backs, especially Butterfield and Hines, and even throw in Enfield there, that really saved the Mustangs here. And then at the end, as both teams were just wearing down, an awkward bounce finds the feet of Ryan Woolley, and he's able to bury it to win the state championship. That's going to do things here, though. I'm Jake Ellis for Dallin and the rest of our crew. Thanks for listening on 104.5 The Ranch and CashValleyDaily.com. Have a good one.
This Ridgeline broadcast has been a presentation of 104.5 The Ranch and the Cache Valley Media Group.